Okay, so anyone listening to this is probably fascinated by AI, right?
Yeah.
Like, where is all this going? Well, get this. 2025 is looking like a huge year for AI. We're not just talking about incremental improvements either. It's about AI that can reason, not just predict. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like problem-solving AI.
Exactly. So to dive into this, we're looking at this article, 2025. It's time for Agents and Reasoning by Jay Poole. You might know him from his YouTube channel, Tech Frontiers.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
He really is so. In this deep dive, we're going to explore his prediction is 2025 really the year AI gets a serious upgrade.
Well, he makes a pretty strong case, He starts by saying that we've been amazed by AI predicting stuff like the next word you type or even the structure of protein molecules. But there's something missing.
What's that?
True reasoning.
Yeah, that's true. It's like we've built these incredible prediction machines. They're amazing at what they do, but there's a limit. It's like if you taught someone to play chess by showing them tons of games but never the strategy. They might make some good moves, but they won't truly master the game.
Exactly. And that's where these AI hallucinations come in. You know when AI gives you a confident answer that's just totally wrong?
Oh, yeah.
It shows you that it's just relying on patterns, not actual understanding.
That's a little scary to think about, actually. Like imagine an AI doctor who misdiagnoses someone because it's clinging to a pattern instead of reasoning through the symptoms.
Right. That's why we need AI that goes beyond just pattern recognition. AI that can actually think things through.
So that's where reasoning AI comes in. Is that what Poole is saying is the game changer?
Yeah, he thinks so. He's talking about a shift from reactive AI to AI that plans, strategizes, and solves problems on its own.
So it can break down a task into steps.
Yeah. Verify its work and adapt if it gets stuck. It's more about elegant problem solving than just brute force computation,
I see what you mean. So it's not just about getting AI to think like us. It's about combining its strengths like speed and scale with a structured, logical way of problem solving.
Right. That's when things get really interesting. That's exactly what Poole is getting at. He sees this as a whole new era where AI is a proactive partner, not just a reactive tool.
And this leads us to the idea of agents, right? AI that sets its own goals, makes its own plans, and takes action to achieve them.
Exactly. Poole highlights AutoGPT as a good early example. It can break down tasks, solve problems step by step, and even correct itself if the first solution doesn't work.
So like if you gave it a goal, like plan a marketing campaign,
Yeah.
it wouldn't just suggest hashtags or write a blog post. It could actually research the target audience, analyze competitors, even draft a whole campaign and track how well it's doing.
That's the kind of agency Poole is talking about. It's a whole new way of thinking about how we use and interact with AI.
So it's not just about AI getting better at what it already does. It's about AI doing things we never thought possible.
Yeah, it really is.
This is big. Okay, so we've got this vision of the future from Poole, where AI is reasoning, it's making its own decisions, it's acting independently. But is that all good? I mean, are there any downsides to this?
That's a great question, and we're going to get into that right after the break.
So are there any downsides to all this?
Well, Poole doesn't pretend it's all sunshine and roses, He talks about the possibility of AI being unpredictable.
In what way?
Well, if AI starts reasoning for itself and making its own decisions, how can we be sure it's going to act in ways that we expect?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, what if it comes up with solutions we don't understand?
Exactly. Poole uses the example of scientific research. He says reasoning AI could be huge for things like drug discovery.
Because it could go through massive data sets, find cures faster than we ever could.
Right, but what if? What if the AI finds a treatment that works, but it's based on something we don't understand yet?
Or something ethically questionable.
Exactly. It's like giving someone a powerful tool without them fully understanding the consequences.
So how do we make sure that AI is aligned with our values, especially when it's becoming more autonomous?
Well, it's not just about programming in a set of rules. It's about teaching AI to reason ethically.
So it's almost like we need to instill values in it.
Yeah, kind of. And that means we need a whole new level of collaboration between AI developers, ethicists, philosophers even.
That's a lot of different perspectives to bring together.
It is. It's uncharted territory.
And on a more practical level,
Yeah.
AI needs massive data sets to learn right now. But reasoning AI is supposed to be more efficient, more adaptable.
Right.
So how does that work?
Well, Poole actually thinks that reasoning AI could help us overcome those data limitations.
Really?
Because instead of just recognizing patterns in the data it already has, it can extrapolate, draw inferences, even generate new knowledge.
So it wouldn't be limited by the data it's given. It could actually start to fill in the gaps, make connections we haven't explicitly programmed.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Today's AI is like a student who memorizes facts for a test. Reasoning AI is like a student who understands the underlying principles so that they can solve problems they've never seen before.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. But even with all this potential, didn't Poole also say there's the issue of unpredictability?
He did.
If AI is reasoning and acting on its own, how do we know what it will do? Especially if it thinks so differently from us.
It's a big question. Think about a self-driving car powered by reasoning AI.
Okay.
It runs into a situation it's never been trained for. It has to make a split-second decision.
Uh-huh.
How do we know it will prioritize human safety?
Even if its logic tells it to do something else.
Right.
So then the question becomes about control. If AI is acting autonomously, how do we make sure we have oversight? How do we intervene if something goes wrong?
It's about finding that balance, you see. We want AI to be independent and creative, but we also need to make sure it stays aligned with our values and goals.
Which probably means a whole new approach to AI development.
Absolutely. One that focuses on ethics and accountability from the very beginning.
And that's not just a technical issue.
No.
It's a societal one. We
Right.
all need to be talking about this. What role do we want AI to play in our lives?
Exactly. What level of autonomy are we comfortable with?
How do we manage the risks?
We need to bring everyone into this conversation, not just the tech experts.
Ethicists, policymakers, everyday people.
Everyone. It's about making sure AI empowers humanity, not the other way around.
It sounds like we're at a crucial moment. For years, the focus has been on bigger AI models, more data, more power.
Yeah.
But now it seems like we're shifting to something deeper,
We are.
from quantity to quality, from just brute force computation to more elegant solutions, from AI that just follows orders to AI that thinks, reasons, collaborates with us.
That's exactly it.
It's almost like a new era of AI enlightenment. We're not just feeding it more data. We're teaching it to think critically, to learn, to understand the world in a new way.
It's really incredible when you think about it. And Poole thinks that this shift from prediction to reasoning, from tools to agents, it's going to change everything.
It's not just about AI being more efficient or powerful.
Right.
It's about fundamentally changing how we interact with technology and with the world around us. So it's not just a technological revolution.
No.
It's a societal one.
Exactly.
We're talking about changes to how we work, how we solve problems, even how we define intelligence.
It brings up some really big questions. What happens when AI surpasses us in areas we thought were uniquely human?
Like creativity, problem solving, even consciousness.
Exactly.
I mean, we already have AI making art, composing music.
Yeah.
What happens when it starts designing buildings, writing scientific theories, even novels that win awards?
These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves now.
Because the future isn't set in stone.
Not at all.
We're shaping it with the choices we make, the research we do, the conversations we have. Which brings us back to Poole's challenge. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for a world where AI isn't just a tool,
Where it's a partner, a collaborator.
maybe even a competitor?
It's a question that really makes us think about what it means to be human. There are no easy answers.
But it's a conversation we can't ignore.
We can't.
Yeah, it's exciting and scary at the same time, huh?
It is.
I think that's what makes this whole topic so interesting, though, right? It makes us think bigger, like beyond our current limitations.
Absolutely.
And imagine a future where AI helps us solve the world's problems
Yeah.
and opens up possibilities we can't even think of yet.
Yeah, that's what's so inspiring about this whole field for me. It's not just about building machines, it's about understanding, intelligence, creativity, the universe even.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive into Jay Poole's vision of the future. What's the one thing you want listeners to take away from all this?
That's a good question. I think the most important thing is this. The future of AI isn't something that's just happening to us. We're creating it right now. It's both a huge responsibility and an amazing opportunity.
I like that.
And let us know what you think in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. We're all part of this conversation. So let's keep exploring, debating, and shaping the future of AI together in a way that benefits everyone. Until next time, keep those neural networks firing.